Hi, everybody. This is Scott Banda with Floor Cloud. I'm one of the co-founders, and we have one of our customers here from Maine Contract Flooring, Mason Waddles. So, Mason, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Hey, can you tell us a little bit about Maine Contract in terms of where you're located, the type of work you do, and some of the materials that you most commonly work with?
Sure. Main Contract is a commercial flooring company. We're located in Westbrook, Maine. Um, we do larger commercial projects, some small commercial projects, very little residential. Um, we install everything: ceramic tile, carpet, a lot of resilient sheet vinyl, flash cove, uh, treads. We do a lot of commercial, uh, healthcare in the healthcare industry, hospitals, doctor's office, dentist's office. We do car dealerships, we do schools, we do a lot of housing, a lot of housing projects.
Awesome. Awesome. How's business up there right now, by the
We
way?
are very, very, very busy.
That's great. I've been hearing that from a lot of our customers around the US and Canada. They're saying things are great, great. So, can you tell us a little bit about why you chose to bring Floor Cloud into the business?
Yeah, we brought it in because it's a great way to monitor the job site and job site conditions as far as temperature in Maine, and especially during the winters. It's very, very difficult with the temporary heating systems that a lot of these job sites have.
Yeah,
Sometimes they go off on their own. Sometimes there's mechanical failures. Other times the job supers will shut them off. They leave for the night. They leave for the weekends. They don't understand that we need to maintain a constant temperature, especially for our resilient products.
yeah,
We require a minimum of 65 degrees at all times. If that temperature goes down at night and there's a huge fluctuation between day and night, it causes a lot of issues with our adhesives and with our material. So this is a great way for me, because I can't always be on the job site, to monitor the temperature remotely.
great, great. And typically, how far are your projects from where you guys are located?
I have projects that are a mile from my office. I have projects that are 4 hours away.
Okay,
We are in southern Maine, but we have projects all the way up into northern Maine, which, Maine's a big state, 3, 4 hours away. I have projects in New Hampshire. I have projects down in Massachusetts. So for me, it's a lot of traveling, and I just can't always be on the road.
sure.
So the larger projects, and especially the projects further away, this is a great tool because it allows me to monitor everything, including the slab, from my phone.
Yeah, exactly. So, can you give us an example of how Floor Cloud may have helped you avoid an issue or anything significant like that?
Yeah, we had an instant where at a job site, it was 3 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Their heating system had gone out. Um, I was able to contact the super the next morning, let him know that the heat was out, because they were unaware of it.
Yeah.
And they had gotten there. I don't remember if it had run out of gas or tripped a breaker, but he was able to correct it, fix it, get the heat back up. So come Monday morning, um, everybody showed up to work, and the building was properly heated. Without that, without the floor cloud, nobody would have known until until Monday morning, and then my guys would have shown up. My guys sometimes drive an hour or two to get to a job site,
Sure.
and if they got there and the temperature was 40 degrees, there's nothing they could do. They'd have to turn around and go home. That's
Wow.
a wasted day for them. I lose a day, the super loses a day, and sometimes you don't have that on these tight schedules of the construction projects.
Yeah, that's actually very common use case that we hear from many customers is that it actually helps them avoid what we're calling lost deployments.
Mhm,
And
absolutely.
and I know in
And
some markets, where union labor is used, there's minimums that are incurred if they have to, move them off to another site. So we hear about it all the time. That's a great example. Thanks a lot. So would you have any concluding comments for anybody that may be taking a look at Floor Cloud, and how they probably should take a shot at it and give us a whirl?
well, Myself, I'm a huge fan. It saves me a lot of time. It saves me a lot of traveling. Um, for me, it's I can compare it kind of to the cell phone. Whereas back in the day, you got by without it. Nowadays, I wouldn't. I couldn't get by without it. For me, I do a lot of moisture testing in the slabs.
Yeah.
I used to drive 2 3 hours, drill a hole in the slab, put my meter in, but then I'd have to go back 72 hours later to take a reading. With
Yeah.
with it hooked up to the floor cloud now, it saves me that trip. Um, and I can monitor. I have a job in Belfast, Maine, which is 3 hours away from me. I can monitor the moisture in that slab through the floor cloud. And what's great about it is it starts to climb, which it did happen on this particular job.
Yeah.
I was able to stop installation when it got to 100%, and we had to switch out our adhesives.
Yeah.
I can't drive there every day to monitor that. So monitoring it from the floor cloud remotely from my office 3 hours away is priceless.
Oh, that's great to hear. So glad we could help you there. So, can you tell me a little bit about how have you found it in terms of ease of use? What's your opinion of the software? How long did it take you to kind of come up to speed with our system?
It didn't take too long. Like anything, it took 2 or 3 tries. Um, it's fairly simple. I am not a computer guy. I'm not computer savvy. I'm not tech savvy. But it was fairly easy for me to figure out. It's very easy for me to use. Um, it's easy to use on the job site. I just found it to be simple.
Awesome. Great. Well, we really appreciate you joining us today. And, I know you guys are swamped. So thanks for fitting us into your schedule. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye bye.